There's a lot of stigma around homelessness. A lot of people are put in unfortunate situations because of generational poverty and generational trauma. They were born into it and they're trying to figure out their way out, and they just need someone to listen and support them in figuring out how.
There's a lot of control taken away from people who are homeless. Giving them shelter helps to start giving them control back in their life.
There are a lot of other issues that may contribute to people's homelessness, but you can't fix those issues until they have a home.
Permanent supportive housing has been part of what creates that stability that means that people have the grounding to step into productive lives again.
Coming from shelter or coming from other programs, they don't tend to have a lot of personal items.
Some of them are coming here with a couple of plastic bags full of their personal belongings, so they need everything. And so we try to give them everything we can.
We make sure that from the very first day that they're with us, they're comfortable. Each family gets a furnished apartment and a welcome basket.
Beds, household goods, blankets, sheets.
Everything that they need to have in that apartment is there for them.
Homelessness is not just about shelter. It's beyond that. It's about really addressing the reasons why they're homeless in the first place and supporting them.
Most people come in having at least post-traumatic stress disorder.
What I know is that everyone needs someone. Everyone needs a person.
Every resident who comes to Zoom House is a person, not an apartment number. They're a family that all kinds of people are invested in behind the scenes and in direct relationship.
They really tailor the care towards each person.
We think about how do we fit in along a resident's journey? What are their needs? What supports do they want? What don't they want? And what goals do they have for themselves? And then how can we support them?
There are a lot of places that provide housing, but very few that provide housing plus support services, plus letting the residents influence their direction.
Maybe they want to get back in school. Maybe they want to get their children back in school. Maybe they want to find a job.
It's really like having a life coach with step-by-step actions to take towards each of those goals every week.
Success for Zoom is whatever success is for that resident.
Helping people realize that their potential and their ideals are still there.
That feels really good for families, and it feels good to be an organization that prioritizes that.
They need to be relieved of some of the day-by-day stress so they can start working on things they need to work on.
When you come to Zoom, you get to know the services that are available in your neighborhood.
We give each family a membership to the Blaisdell YMCA, which is walking distance from our building. We have life skills classes that we offer, classes about stress reduction or parenting small children.
There's a large group of people who help get done what needs to get done.
We heavily rely on volunteers.
Ongoing needs are met by a lot of people.
It takes a village to raise a kid, and some of these parents have nothing.
There's so many ways to be involved.
You can read a book to a kid. You can help somebody get someplace during the day.
I've never seen volunteers so passionate about an organization before.
An hour here, an hour there, and you change these people's lives forever.
Working at Zoom is worth your time.
When we donate to Zoom, we are giving toward a building and furnishings that give people dignity. We're also donating toward the services and relationships that happen through our staff and programming.
I haven't found an organization that uses its dollars more wisely and more frugally and more impactfully.
People who work in nonprofits know how to be incredibly creative with very little money.
With a budget of less than $350,000 per year, we are turning 22 families' lives around.
I think people sit back and think that somebody else is going to make that contribution, or that somebody else has it covered.
We rely on individual donations for a significant part of our operating budget each year.
It is a community, and it takes individuals like me and you to make that community.
This is what keeps the lights on. This is what keeps the roof from leaking.
Every dollar that we get counts because it enables us not only to keep our doors open, but to keep it affordable.
It's a really cost-effective way to address a real problem.
Being homeless is really hard work. It's not easy.
It really can beat the dignity out of you.
It's easy to just give up, but if you got somebody to support you,
We have to help build them back up.
they count on having a locked door, they count on having a safe place, they can count on stability.
And you can see them start to feel relief and start to open up.
They have more patience with their children, they manage their money better. Those kinds of things are what they gain from Zoom.
Their strength inspires me.
We have a really strong foundation from the work that's been done since 1997.
The mission's always been the same: address homelessness.
Policies at the federal government and priorities will change, but neighborhood priorities don't.
We are really looking at in what ways do we want to grow and what we need to sustain that growth.
I get excited thinking about all of the empathy and knowledge that our current and future staff bring to each and every conversation.
These human needs are there always, and they always will be, I'm afraid.
Zoom is in this for the long haul.